Hey everyone, welcome to my urban homestead. My name is Miriam, for those of you who are new. We've got a new project today. I bought this home and the backyard used to have a pool. So the homeowners ended up filling the pool up and they filled the space with fill dirt, which isn't the best quality. So when it rains, and we have rainy season here in Northern California, this turns into mud. So I'm gonna put down landscape fabric and I'm gonna put down these awesome river rocks that I got for free, $99, my favorite price, from someone on Facebook Marketplace. And we're gonna get all of this area covered up so that it is not a muddy mess come winter. In full transparency, I got the wrong weed barrier. I was supposed to get the one that's 6 feet wide and this is 4 feet. So I'm a little bit irritated, in all honesty, but it's all right, we're gonna make it work. It is 100 feet long and we're covering an area of 48 feet. So, well, 24 times 2, 48. So we're going to overlap them so that we have enough to cover the whole area. So when things aren't perfect, you make it work. That's it. Now, if I've not told you all before, I'm terrible with doing things straight. Like really dreadful. So we're gonna hope for the best. As I've lost the scissor. Oh, there it is. Okay. We're gonna hope for the best. Let me roll it and maybe that will help me. So in getting this one, this is not as thick as I wanted it to be. All right. First side down. I'm gonna get something to cover and hold down this corner. For now, just gonna use my wire cutters. So I'm gonna go back over here. I'm going to overlap it because I really just need another 2 feet. And that's really what I'm so irritated about. Like, all I needed was a 6 foot long roll, 6 foot wide roll, and it would have been perfect. I definitely didn't cut it straight. It's not the end of the world. Right. So I'm going to keep going that way. I'll turn you guys around so you can see the rest of it. Do my best and cut around here. Oh, that's not too bad at all. So I'm just cutting around the shape of the stone. Oh, this is great. So I don't think I will move the stones. I'll just have them stay here. Great. This is wonderful. All right. So this is great. I'm going to do one more roll over here. This stone right here is a problem because I just can't move it. And I really don't want it there. So that's kind of frustrating, but this is good. All right, we've got a little pile here of some debris. I'm gonna go ahead and clean that up, and then I'll come back to finish up. This is just leaves and twigs and some weeds that were coming up. We definitely don't want to put the weed fabric up on top of weeds that are in existence. We'd like to get rid of everything before we put it down. Even though the stone here that I'm sitting on is causing me problems, it is a good seat. It's just in the wrong spot. And I surely cannot move it. My mother was a big help while I was moving things out of the way. She raked up all the leaves and the twigs. So I'm super excited about this because this whole area turns into mud. And it almost turns like into concrete on your shoes. You end up with like this huge border of mud around the outlines of your shoes. And you just can't get it off. It's really dreadful. So that's one of the reasons why I got so much mulch for the garden area. Because I didn't want to be in the garden in the fall and winter trekking through mud. So the mulch really makes a huge difference. And I'm so glad I came across this Facebook Marketplace ad for the stones because I just didn't want to pay for rocks. Am I the only one? Like, paying for rocks, I know it's important, but I didn't want to pay for them. So I basically paid with my labor. We took 2 trips, filled up all the containers and pots we had with the rocks to bring them home. For me, that's worth it. Just my opinion. All right, so we've got the debris taken care of. Now I'm going to get the second row of hardware cloth down, or not hardware cloth, of fabric weed barrier. So I'm just gonna do this section here behind me, and I still don't know what I'm doing with this stone that I'm sitting on. I could cut it out like I did with the other 2, just cut out the fabric and leave it here. It's just odd. You know, it's oddly placed. So I think what I will do that, I'm going to cut it out. I'm gonna put the fabric around it, and then when Luis comes next time, he should come in about 2 weeks because he was just here a few days ago. When he comes next time, I'll ask him to move it. I'll put down more fabric and I'll get more rocks in this area. That's what we're gonna do. I had to talk that through, so thank you for listening. All right, let's finish up this fabric so we can get the rocks down. I'm cutting this right at my drip line. I feel like that's easiest to do. All right. We're going to turn it around. I feel like I'm back in elementary school trying to to cut things out. It's not going extra great. And I would prefer, now that I've cut the other ones, to make the hole a little smaller so that it's more of a snug fit. So let's see if I got that. No, the hole is not smaller. Now we have this piece, so when Luis comes and moves it out of the way, I can just lay this on top of it. It'll work, it'll work. All right. Last thing before we get the rocks is to cut this down. Okay. Now this part needs to be a little bit longer. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me move you over. It needs to be longer just to go in here, so it's like 2 inches. So I think I'm going to cut up to here and then cut up to there and cut that away. Look at that, I did it right, yay! So awesome. Okay. This space right here, there's too much. You can't really see it from where you are. Sorry, you can't really see it, but you can see here's the soil right there. I am gonna put another piece there. But I feel good. We did a good job. Yay! All right, so now that we've got the fabric down, I'm going to get the rocks. We're gonna start putting rocks down. Yeah, we're gonna start the rocks in this corner over here because the other side is the entry to the garden. And we don't have enough rocks for this whole space yet. we've got maybe 3/4 of what we need. The gentleman that we got the rocks from is getting rid of rocks in his backyard as well. So he'll have more rocks available in a few weeks, and he already has my number. He'll text me and let me know. So I'm going to start on this side so that we can fill in going toward the entrance, and the entrance will be the empty spot waiting for the new load of rocks. So let's get to it. So I'm going to start just putting the rocks on the fabric. And there are some like leaves and twigs in here. I'll take out as much of the twigs as possible. They're also wet because it rained, so what are you gonna do? And because they were sitting in all that moisture, they don't smell that great. But they will dry out. So I will pull the twigs out when it dries. I'm not touching this. Real talk, it's gross. So I'm just gonna do this until I fill up all of this area. My mother's also going to come out and help me, so I won't be filming when she comes out, but I want to at least get a start. I also realized that I'm gonna have to put a border of some sort here to keep the rocks contained. I have these like decorative rocks. That actually might work really well, so we might do that. All right, let's get one more. I think this is a good start. I'm gonna have my mom come out and help me, so I will come back when we're done. But basically, you've seen the process. Clear out the space, get the fabric down, and then start putting in your rocks. I will do a stone border at the end here to ensure that the rocks don't get unruly and move all over the place. But I'm feeling pretty good about this, and I hope this encourages you. You can do whatever you set your mind to. It doesn't matter if you've never done before. I've never done this before, but we figured it out, right? So I'll come back when we are all done. I feel really good. I feel really proud of myself. My mother and I did a great job. So I was in charge of dumping the various bins and pots of rocks, and she took the rake and just kind of spread things out. So you'll notice at the very edge, there is about 2 feet left, maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet left of open space. And we are waiting until we get another load of rocks to finish that off. And then we are going to also put rocks by the drip irrigation. So let me show you. So right behind me here is where our drip irrigation system starts, and it gets muddy here as well. So we want to put down more weed barrier and rocks over here. So that will be the end of our project once we get the drip irrigation area done. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'm tired. My back is aching, specifically my lower back. If you've got back issues or sciatica issues, you understand. But I'm really proud of myself. We did a really good work, and it looks so much nicer. Let me show you one more time. It looks great, and this means that we are not gonna have crazy mud when it starts raining in another month or two. And so, yeah, I'm happy with the progress we've made. It always feels good to get a homesteading project done. So feel free, like, subscribe, share. If you came up with any ideas or you're doing something in your own backyard or homestead, let me know in the comments. Would love to hear what you are working on, what project you're working on, and if you have any suggestions. I really need some ideas. I really need some ideas on what to do with where the rocks are, like right here where I put those stones. I'm not sure what to do there. I want to have the trellis. I have a trellis that I put together. I want to have the trellis with 2 green stalks on either side, but I don't want the rocks getting all over the place. So I will have mulch on that other side where you see the raised beds, the wooden raised beds on their sides. I'll have mulch there, but I don't want the mulch and the rocks to, be messy. You know what I mean? So if you've got any ideas, please let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate any suggestions. Have a great day, y'all. See you in the next video. Bye.